YouTube and welcome to another video. So it's bright and early and I am about to start my day. Well, it's 9:30, so it's really not that bright and early. But I'm about to start my day and I figured I would do something that you guys have been asking me to do for a long time, and that is what I eat in a day. I don't know why I did the jazz hands. I guess what I eat in a day is very different every single day, so this is just what I eat today. I mean, I'm not like a meal prep person. I don't, eat the same thing every day. I love to cook, but I do follow a specific kind of set of guidelines usually every day, so this will still fall under that. It is the new year. Also, can I know it's the new year and I'm still wearing Christmas pajamas. What can I say? It's hard for me to let go of Christmas. It's the new year. We're all generally trying to be our best selves, eat pretty healthy. So I have been doing the same. Food, as you guys know, is like my #1 favorite thing in the world. So if I don't stick to a completely perfect, healthy diet, then I really try to stay out of guilt and shame, because that can just be a really toxic, negative place to be in. And I'm all about positivity, high vibe, eating good food, and sometimes that means some bread. But #2 is no sugar. So I generally try to eat as low or no refined sugar. So every time I'm at the store, I am a big label reader. I make sure that there is no sneaky sugar in the things I buy. Things to look out for especially is salad dressings, sauces, marinades, granola, things like that. You can still get a lot of satisfying, like sugary stuff out of fruit, and natural sugars like coconut sugar, date sugar, things like that, I'm okay with, although I still try to limit that. I also, as you guys know, generally have been eating more plant-based and vegan. I am not completely plant-based and vegan, although I do really love the way I feel when I eat that way. So I say I'm like 90%, maybe even more plant-based vegan. I feel really good, not only about myself, but like environmentally. So every time I cook for myself, it's usually plant-based vegan. Next, I eat intuitively. So I try to really tap into what feels good. Again, that kind of goes back to the no sugar, the plant-based. It feels really good for my body, and I think it's really important to eat intuitively. Eating intuitively is actually what helped me lose a ton of weight and to not feel like I was really restrictive about it, which was super amazing. So it's the best thing I think you can do for yourself. But it also takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of like slowing down and tapping into your body, because sometimes you can be like, oh, I feel like a cookie, that means I'm gonna eat a cookie, but that's not necessarily eating intuitively. I try to tap into what feels good, not what I think I want. Because what I think I want is usually some cookies and some ice cream. Anything else? I think that's about it. So I guess we should just jump into eating. All right, welcome back to my kitchen. So as I mentioned, every day is a little different for me in terms of eating. I don't eat a full breakfast. I do something called intermittent fasting, where I wait a number of hours to eat. But one thing I do not wait for is coffee. So every morning I get my coffee going first thing. I actually wake up, put my coffee in the French press, and then go meditate. And then by the time I'm done meditating, I come back and I'm ready to drink my coffee. It's actually 4-sigmatic adaptogen coffee. So the adaptogen mushrooms are blended right up into the coffee grounds. So it's easy peasy, and I get that extra boost of healthy shit. I use oat milk for my coffee. Oat milk is so bomb because it's super creamy and it's still able to foam up like regular milk, whereas most like nut milks don't do that. So again, I kind of like cheat at intermittent fasting because you're really not supposed to have like any sort of calories, but I do in my coffee, and that's just how it is, and let me live my life. So to my coffee, I add a scoop of collagen powder. Collagen powder is great for your hair, skin, and nails. Makes you glow, and I like to glow, like Rudolph on my onesie. Usually I also put in a teaspoon of maca powder, but I'm out of it, so I am going to put in a teaspoon of cacao. This is really yummy because it gives a little bit of like a chocolatey thing. It's also really good for you, so tons of vitamins and stuff. I don't know, just tastes pretty good. All right, so I'm just gonna pour my coffee right on there. lastly, I just take my milk frother, very handy, and get right in that hot oat milk. I'm trying to show you. See, it is nice and frothy, and then I make some latte art. Just kidding, I literally don't know how to do that, but I'll try. Yeah, no, didn't work. First thing I eat every day, if you call it eating, I don't know. But I probably won't eat again until like 12, so I'll see you guys then. So good. Hello again. It is 12:15. I am still in my Christmas onesie, but it is time to eat. So I actually forgot one thing I've been trying to do, and that is drink celery juice. Celery juice is something the medical medium suggests to do. He is someone who channels something and says that celery juice is really good for you. He's kind of like the Regina George of the wellness community. But anyways, celery juice actually makes you feel really good. It gets you going, if you know what I mean. You're supposed to juice it on your own. That's like the best way to get the nutrients, but I'm not about to juice like 100 stalks of celery every day. So this is the next best thing. I'm not on a liquid diet, I promise you, but eventually we'll get there to some solid foods. For my first solid meal for lunch, I'm eating a Mediterranean grain bowl. I love a good bowl for lunch because they're easy, simple, healthy, and very delicious. So for this one, I started with a base of cauliflower rice, wild rice, and lentils. I read a study that was like, if you eat beans and lentils every single day, you live like 10 years longer or something. Don't quote me on that, but they're really good for you. And if you are eating plant-based vegan like me, they're a great source of protein. I also have some avocado, some hummus, some cherry tomatoes, some olives, some greens, and a homemade vegan tzatziki sauce made with coconut yogurt, cucumbers, and shallots. So lots of good stuff in here. It's also very colorful. Generally, when you eat very colorfully, it means you're maximizing nutrients in your food, specifically when your foods are from the earth, not processed. So as you can see, lots of fresh vegetables in this bowl, very colorful and very good for you too. All right, well, I'm gonna go eat this. Hopefully by the next meal, I am out of my onesie, but you never know. Continuing with my liquid diet trend, I think it's worth mentioning that I also try to drink as much water as possible, but that is genuinely one of the hardest parts of my day. They say you're supposed to drink about 2 liters of water a day. I don't really know if I ever make it quite to 2 liters, but I just fill up my hydro flask as much as possible and chug. Stay hydrated, folks. All right, I finished my workout. I am showered. I'm in my robe. I feel like this video is doubling as what I wear in a day, which is like onesies and robes. That about covers it. Anyways, it's time for a post-workout snack. I like to eat something high in protein so that I can build and repair my muscles. Not the prettiest, but one of my favorite snacks. I'm eating a half an apple and a couple of tablespoons of all-natural, crunchy almond butter. The almond butter is where I'll be getting my protein from, and an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So there's that. As you may have noticed, I'm not someone who really counts calories. I feel like personally I get too obsessive when I count calories, and just ain't nobody got time for that. I just eyeball things, and that's also why I try to eat as natural as possible and mostly plants, because then you can eat as much as you like without having to worry about amounts. Life hack. All right, it is 6 o'clock. I am getting real hungry, so I'm gonna start making myself some dinner. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted, but I think I'm in the mood for some pasta. So I grabbed myself some veggies. I'm gonna chop these up and roast them. I've got an eggplant and some zucchini, and hopefully soon we'll have a delicious pasta dish. Stay tuned. All right, my veggies are ready with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. I'm gonna pop these in the oven at about 400 for about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll be good to go. Also, as I said, I am very hungry, so as I cook I'm snacking on these plantain crisps from Trader Joe's. Love a good plantain chip. So for pasta, I'm actually gonna be using chickpea pasta. I love chickpea pasta because it is higher in protein, fiber, and lower in carbs. So it's a great alternative if you were trying to cut back on pasta. All right, I've got my pasta going. I've got my veggies in the oven. I also sauteed up some onions and garlic to toss in. I feel like whenever I cook for myself, I never really use a recipe. I just kind of go with the flow and see where it takes me. But I'm actually very excited for this one. I think it's gonna be quite delicious. A great end to a great day of eating. Although I'll probably eat some dessert later too, so it's not quite the end. Of course, no pasta is complete without some cheese, even when you're eating vegan. I'm gonna top it with some of this almond milk ricotta, which is so delicious. And some vegan parm. Hit it with a little fresh parsley. I don't know if I've ever been this excited to eat. Just kidding, every time I'm excited to eat. I've outdone myself. Well, I started my day in a onesie, and it's only right to finish my day in a onesie with some vegan chocolate peanut butter ice cream. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a nice big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I will catch you guys on the flip side.